My name is Shannon Evans, and I am a health scientist at the Division of Birth Defects and Infant Disorders at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. I am here to talk about the paper Neighborhood Deprivation and Neural Tube Defects, which I worked on in collaboration with others listed on this slide. Neural tube defects, also known as NTDs, are congenital defects that occur when the neural tube fails to close properly. NTDs are associated with substantial mortality, morbidity, disability, and economic costs. The causes of NTDs are complex, and the association between neighborhood deprivation and NTD risk is unknown. For this study, we used data from the National Birth Defects Prevention Study, or NBDPS. NBDPS is a population-based, multi-state case control study of risk factors for major structural birth defects in the United States. It includes babies delivered between 1997 and 2011 across up to 10 study sites. Participants were contacted for a telephone interview and were asked questions about certain exposures and health conditions during pregnancy, as well as any addresses they lived at immediately before pregnancy through their delivery. We linked the addresses lived at during early pregnancy to socioeconomic measures obtained from the U.S. Census and U.S. American Community Survey. These surveys provide census tract level information on certain measures, such as the percent of the population living under the poverty line and the percent of crowded households. We combined measures from these surveys to create the Neighborhood Deprivation Index, a metric developed by Lynn Messer and colleagues. Our results showed that if a woman's residence during early pregnancy was in a census tract with higher neighborhood deprivation scores, there were increased odds of an NTD, spina bifida in particular. The impact of neighborhood deprivation varied by maternal race ethnicity, with no impact seen among Hispanic mothers. Our study was subject to limitations. The race ethnicity stratified analysis was limited by a small number of subjects in each strata. It is possible that NBDPS participants could have derived from neighborhoods with different levels of deprivation than women who did not participate. Lastly, we investigated neighborhood deprivation at the census tract level. However, actual neighborhoods may have different boundaries. This study contributes important data to the association between neighborhood deprivation and NTDs. The potential association between neighborhood-level exposures during pregnancy and NTDs is likely complex and may include many factors, such as lack of access to quality nutrition and healthcare services, exposure to environmental pollutants, and increased stress. Our study was strengthened by the use of the Neighborhood Deprivation Index, which can better capture this multidimensionality of neighborhood context, rather than analyses focused on a single measure. Our results also highlight the importance of considering maternal race ethnicity when examining the impact of neighborhood deprivation during pregnancy. There is more work to be done to better understand the role of neighborhood deprivation and its impact on birth defects, and how this differs by race ethnicity. Thank you for your interest in our article. It appears in the November 2023 issue of Epidemiology.